couple days ago, I needed a new phone case, so I got one, and my pop socket would not hold on. So then I used a couple tricks to put my pop socket on the phone. And this morning, as I was watching the Steelers Vikings game, it smacked me in the face, hitting me in the nose. So I'm mad. So we're gonna take it out on somebody, and I couldn't think of anybody better than our old nemesis, the Scalpers. So this was something I wanted to talk about for a little bit, but I just got caught up on other things. And it is now being shown that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are in some trouble at the moment, and it's because of their failures, and also it's at GameStop at fault as well, for the distributions or failing of distributions of the Koraidon and Miraidon shiny codes. And let me tell you, this is something that I am not surprised about, but Scalpers once again trying to ruin it for a lot of people. So we're hearing a bunch of rumors going around. Well, we knew that this was going to happen, that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were going to release codes to get the shiny versions of the legendary, of one of the two legendary Pokemon. I think you get the opposite one of your version. I'm not quite sure. Um, but now it is also brought up to many people that it is not going very well, like I mentioned earlier. Um, and I get it for someone who has multiple versions. So I have both copies of Scarlet and Violet. So I would like to get two codes so I can get one for the one game and the other for the other. I'm thinking, maybe two at max. That's perfectly fine. GameStop, on the other hand, really messed this up by having not only to do those options, but then also allowing more people to walk out with more codes. And where are these extra codes? On eBay, being sold for about 30 to 50 bucks. This is pathetic. Like, scalpers, I already hate them as is. I think they are the worst people in the world. I wish the worst for scalpers for taking things away from people that are trying to have fun. I mean, look at now with Mega Evolution that just came out. Can't get any anywhere. But the problem then continues because they are going after the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video games, and I'm not surprised. I mean, we had issues with like the Switch 2 when it got released. A lot of people were buying them just to sell them for more. Then you would have people that would spend that extra because they know they can't get it, and it's just all around complete and total clusterfuck. And like I said, these terrible human beings were taking that all away from us. And we're just trying to enjoy the game. We were excited to get these codes, and I basically told Amanda we're probably not going to get the codes because dipshit fuckface over on Butt Boulevard decided to get all of them and then sell them on eBay for like 40, 50 bucks a piece, because he's too lazy to go get a real job. Like, this is just me calling out scalpers because, again, you people are pathetic. But also a majority of the blame also has to go to GameStop because there could have been situations where they held some aside for their workers. Now I get it if you do have the copies of the game that you want to do that. But I would say wait till everybody else has theirs. Then if there's any left over, then you can grab one. And this is continuing once again the problem of reselling the unused codes. Or if you're that type of a cheapskate, you use the code and then try to sell it and then disappear. Which again is very scummy and very shitty. That should not be the case. But that's just where we're in right now. And GameStop has definitely done better when it came to their distributions for these events. I remember one time I went there for something else, and someone had asked me if I played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I said, yeah, I played, but I'm not a real big fan of it because I don't like. I didn't enjoy how Sun and Moon was, where every 2 minutes of playtime you get a 5 to 8 minute cutscene that you cannot skip. Um, so what the guy ended up doing at the time was he gave me a small stack like this full of shiny codes and mythical Pokemon codes, and he just gave them to me. I don't think I ever used them, or maybe I did and I just don't remember. But they do expire. They do expire. So even if someone buys one of those codes, let's say way down the line they finally give up and buy a code that's probably going to be unusable because again they expire. I think it was 2 years after the final day of distribution that it expires. Um, but sometimes it's also not. I don't know how it is with this one. I don't know if it's limited time and then right away it's gone, but it's very upsetting to see. And now it's affecting the video games, which is now also really sucks because these legendaries are shiny locked, and that's probably why there's more desire to get these codes, is because these are shiny lock legendaries, which I've played Pokemon my entire life. I have defended them, saying like, listen, they are a good company. The shiny locks of like the legendaries and starters, that's something that they shouldn't have done. But that's all I really want to talk about. It's a sad day for those who want to have the shiny version of these legendaries simply because they look cool. Because they do look pretty cool. But again, they're shiny locks, so you can't get them. But of course, basement dwelling scalpers gotta ruin everything. That's all I really want to talk about. You guys have a good one.